Our fourth speaker is still on his way, so we're gonna have the exciting table topic session first. Have you ever volunteered in a table topic session? Maybe yes, maybe not, but he did, and many times. He is the table topic master of tonight, and he is Tuomas. Welcome, Tuomas.
Dear fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, in first part of the meeting we had prepared speeches. Now it's time for improvisation. If you want to be part of the table topics today, you just raise your hand. If you don't do that, I might still pick you up to the stage. I would especially appreciate that we have guests today giving improvised speech. Some of us are already in corporate life, and you may know that you might get a chance to speak anytime. There might be some running issue, and you might be asked to give a speech. If you're a student in university, you might be asked by the professor, what do you think about this issue? And you have to just create a speech in a very short time. In today's meeting, we are talking about international festivals, about festival experiences. I have created a pile of pictures about the festivals, and I will ask people who will be speaking to share their festival experience. There will be 6 speeches today. The length of the speech is from 1 minute to 2 minutes. I'm really looking forward to hear and learn how these festivals are done around the world. I would like to start this session with a member, because members have already done table topics before, and they can set up the standard how table topics are done. And then rest 5 speeches will be given by the guests. Do we have any volunteers? How about Winnie? So here we have a picture. Vinny, could you please tell us about this festival you have attended, and tell about your festival experience?
Sure. Thanks, Thomas. For the picture, can anyone see this? Let me come close and see this. Probably Chinese will recognize this is the, I don't know how exactly it's called. It should be the lions. Yeah. So I think this is the Chinese Lunar New Year festival. Everyone knows it. This is the biggest festival for Chinese tradition. And from my personal experience, I actually love this Chinese New Year festival a lot because, but for different reasons, different from child, and now I've grown up. For different reasons, I love this festival. When I was younger, it was very enjoyable because we have different candies, and then we all come together and a big meal together. And then the thing I like is the carrots. I don't know how to say it in English, but and also any different candies, and then we put it in a box, a round box, and then for the one in my home, I can turn it so we can just play with it, and then we can, it's like a lucky draw, and also like the one we have in the casino, and then you don't know what you will get in the end, but it is very fun. But now, after I've grown up, and then this is different experience because I don't play with the box anymore, but it is a good time to gather with the family, and then still have the chance to have the traditional food prepared by my grandma. You know, this is not very often you can have the food, and I'm afraid one day no one will still know how to make the food. So I hope everyone will treasure this festival and enjoy it.
Thank you, Vinny. You made a great story connected to your personal experience with the picture you just heard about. Now it would be time for our guests to attend to the table topics. Do we have any volunteers? Tomas? Welcome. Here's your photo.
So everybody sees, I see a Latin American festival, but unfortunately I don't have too much experience with these types of festivals. Is it okay if I share another festival?
Yeah, you can make something up too.
So I want to share with you, I come from Czech Republic, and I would like to share with you one of Czech traditions, because I think it's very unique, and probably none of you have heard about it. How many have heard about Easter? Yeah, everyone has heard about Easter, but we have a special way of celebrating Easter in my country. It's actually the second largest celebration after Christmas. And the way we celebrate it is that men, they prepare especially for this celebration. They get branches from the willows, knit them together into big sticks, and then on the morning of the Easter, they walk around from house to house. They ring a bell. Women will come out to greet them, and the men will gently hit them on their behind. The idea is the willows, it's spring, so the willows, the branches from the willows, they start growing. So it's the passage of the youth, the nature through the willows into women to make them healthy, and men in return get for that eggs, candies, or sometimes when they're older also shots. So that's a big part of the celebration. And obviously we all get together for family gatherings and have meals together later in the day. So that's Easter in Czech Republic.
Thank you, Tomas. Your storyline actually reminds me about Ukrainian weddings. In Ukraine, they have a tradition that before the wedding, husband has to go to the wife's home and has to do special tricks and treats to make sure that he is part of the new wife. And if he doesn't survive, nobody knows what happens. Now it's time for our third speaker. Do we have any volunteers? Yes? Welcome. You are having festival photo as well. Would you like to share with us your experience?
I think there is some dance in Thailand or somewhere, but follow the experience from Thomas. I can say anything. So I simply throw this paper away. Whether it is about Doraemon Festival in Chimchaji, whether there is illegal trading festival in Shaanxi, and whether there is a dancing festival in Thailand, I thought this paper is about some folding the water in Thailand. So we don't fold. I haven't folded water in Thailand. I fold the water in stock market sometimes. And about this dance, I think I will talk about my daughter more than this festival, because even I pick any festival, I will tell something about my daughter. Yes. Every day is the Father's Day. So I will stand, I will dance in front of my daughter. I hold her up like moving it, holding up my daughter like line dance. I throw the water to the toilet after I have a baby wash for her. And sometimes I argue with my wife in front of her, just like a TV show in front of the in the television. So every day we have a lot of festival, and every day is a water festival. And if you interpret this is a laughing festival in today, and today is a happy day. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. You were really showing creativity. This picture is actually from Uzbekistan, from Central Asia. They like to dress very colorfully over there. And now it's time for our fourth speaker today. Any volunteers?
Okay, this is an interesting picture. You can have a look, smile, laugh, but I'm not going to talk about it. And what I'm going to talk about is an Indian festival called Diwali. You may have heard of it because there are a lot of Indians in Hong Kong, so you may have also experienced how they celebrate Diwali. Now in India, when we celebrate Diwali, it's something like Mid-Autumn Festival. It's about lights. So we light little lamps on the windows. So when you're walking down the street, you will see all the houses, the windows are all lit up. So it looks really beautiful. So you can just go for a walk around anywhere and you will see lights everywhere. But something very interesting is that we burst firecrackers on Diwali in India. It's not illegal like it is in Hong Kong. You can burst it openly. So 1 month before Diwali, the firecrackers start. And we love it so much because the excitement of holding the cracker, bursting in, it's a lot. People here are scared, but since we are brought up like that, we are not scared. So when my husband said we are moving to Hong Kong, I said, how can we move to Hong Kong? We can't burst firecrackers there. So he says, you will get used to it. Maybe we'll go back to India for Diwali. I said, okay. He got me here, but we didn't go back for Diwali. Never got holidays. So I have lived here for 12 years without bursting firecrackers on Diwali, and I can never go back on Diwali because there's no public holiday here. So now, after 12 years, when I go to India, and last time when I saw them bursting firecrackers, I said, wow, so noisy, I don't like it. It's terrible. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with Indians? Pollution everywhere. So, Diwali is now very different for me. It's quiet, it's not noisy, and my perspective of Diwali has changed after I moved to Hong Kong. Thank you.
Thank you, Aparna. I'm learning a lesson today. We have a great topic to talk about, but maybe pictures were not the best way to do it. But I can try. I have still 2 speakers left. Any of the guests who would like to come and speak? Any guests? Kelvin? Welcome.
Can you take a picture? Can I take a picture myself?
If you want, you can try. Here's two options.
Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. So this is my first time here. So hello everyone. I don't know what this is, so I'll have to say that this is Halloween. I'll play by the rules and I'll stick with the picture. So I'm saying that this is Halloween so that I can share my experience from my past. So I was actually raised in Hong Kong, born in Hong Kong, and I spent 12 years then, since 10 to move, and I moved to Toronto. And Halloween Festival was actually one of my most enjoyable festivals as a kid. I get to dress up, I get to go around, have fun, I get to get candies, and it's very, very fun for me. It's nearly one of my most enjoyable days in the whole year. So how we would get our candies, I'm not sure whether you know the rules for Halloween is, you will dress up as a kid, you go around, you knock on the doors, you ask trick or treat, and if they say treat, then they'll hand you candies. And if they say trick, then you're supposed to go inside their house and make a big mess out of it. Usually, it will usually not happen because they won't let you go inside the house. They know that you're messing around. So what I would usually do is I'll say trick anyways, and they'll just make a big laugh out of it, and they'll give me candies. But one of the most special ways for me to get candies is actually a very bad way. I'm glad that there's no kids here because it's a very, very bad thing to do. It's not a good thing for them to learn. Every single year I'll dress up as a vampire. It's because I'm cheap. I don't want to buy a new costume. So every single year I'll just use the same costume from last year again. I'll put a lot of powders on my face. I will just go around, and what I will do is I will sneak up behind small kids. I'm a very big kid back then. I'm about this tall, and the kids are about this tall. So I'll go behind them, I'll grab them in the back, they turn around, they get very scared because I'm a big guy. They'll drop some candies, I'll grab them. So that is usually the way I would usually get the most candies of all my friends. But the consequence is that usually the next day, I'll have a very hard time to wash up the powders on my face. I guess you get your goods, you get your bads. But that's pretty much all I want to share about Halloween, and let's stick with the topic this time.
Thank you, Kelvin. I will be careful during the next Halloween if I happen to be in the same place with you. Okay, now it's a final opportunity to attend to the table topics. Do we have any volunteers? And here's the photo.
Wow. Can you see it? Just now, you have shared, people have shared a lot about the festivals around the world. That reminds me that I didn't know these festivals like those in Mexican or in Ukraine because I didn't travel enough. So that's why I want to have more traveling experience in the future and can share more about the local festivals all around the world. So this reminds me of my own travel experience in Yunnan. This is the only matriarchal society in the world. By matriarchal, we mean that the kids don't live with their parents. It is kids live with their mother and their mother's brother. So this is a tradition where people will just, when the two couples don't live together, and the man would go to the lady's room and have to climb up because the lady always lives on the second floor. So one of the tests, if you want to have a kid and have your offspring, is to learn how to climb the wall. And when all our tour team members go to that place in Yunnan, in Lukuhu, all the guys tried how to climb up the wall, but they all failed. So, and then a man who is like my uncle's age, about 50 years old, he can climb up very easily. And he said, wow, you guys from Hong Kong are too weak. So that's why it's a very interesting experience. And that kind of practice is called 走婚 in China, which means walking marriage, because you have to walk to the other's room and then leave. And for the guys, have to stay over at their ladies' room and then have to leave by the morning. So that's why they don't formally live together, and you probably don't know who your father is. Yeah, that's all.
dear fellow Toastmasters, this was actually the first time when I did table topics here in Hong Kong. And as you guys saw, it was a great learning experience. So next time when I do it, I will be more prepared, but this is always so much fun. Thank you.
Wow, people really love festivals. And yes, our first speaker has finally arrived. I'm going to give you a brief introduction about him. He is one of the VPE of our club, and he is very active in participating, facilitating, and also organizing the meeting. What's more, he always wants to be better. Let me give you an example. Every time, in almost every meeting, he take up roles. And after the meeting, I will get a message. Please give me some comment. Sometimes I just forget to reply him. And then the next day, I get another message. Please give me some comment. So, ladies and gentlemen, please don't hesitate to write down your comments and feedback to him. And he is Terry. His topic is reduce economic inequality. A pure topic.
Thank you. Because every time I came late, so I came from later. It just came from Shenzhen, so I'm late. As you can see, the topic, reduce the economy inequality. It seems kind of like very serious topic, and I'm sure you guys may think about, okay, it's going to be a theoretical economical issue, and I'm going just to talk about how to take the money from the rich and then give it back to the poor. But actually, no. I'm not going to do things because we already have a tired day. I'm going to talk about gym. Most of people have dreams. The greater people have greater dream, and handsome people have handsome dream. People still can have a handsome dream. Like Bill Gates, he has a dream during his speech during the Harvard commencement address ceremony, and when he delivered a speech to the almost graduate student, he talks about when you graduate, when you already here under lots of resource, everything is the best in the world. Yeah, not mentioned in US. The best technology, the best social economy or something else, the best natural science, and you can get all the best thing from Harvard because we have the best faculty, right? So Bill Gates spent most of his time in sitting different classes. He's majored in computer science, but he sit a lot of classes in like business and engineering, like mechanical engineering. So he knows, okay, everything is about the most advanced thing. But finally, he gives the student a message. What you need to get here is not this, but to avoid the best thing, that is inequality. There are millions of children who doesn't have chance to go to primary school, not mention college. There are thousands of people die of certain disease. The most richest person, when he wants to give the message to the student, is to get the mission of himself, the meaning after they are graduate, to do the thing, avoid the inequality happens again. So his dream is to come out with the new capitalism system to avoid this inequality happens. So back to me, I'm just a simple person and I have no talent. So I'm not handsome. So but I still have a handsome dream. As I work in the project of what you are expecting, iPhone 6, the backside camera module. That's what I'm doing right now. And then I got a chance to work with the Apple and another party which is called the Foxconn. Disasters.
Are you okay?
I'm so fortunate I'm still alive. And I got a chance to work with the Apple engineer, and I got a chance to observe the terrible working environment in Foxconn. I can see the workers. So US, America, they make the lead. They got the best profits, and who get the least? Who get the least? Can you tell me? Chinese worker. So it worries me to think about why US can make the lead and why this inequality happens in the world. It reminds me to think a little bit deeper. Of course, definitely, as Chinese, we already missed the chance of what? We missed the chance of industrialization. Second, offers when Western country they're doing the industrialization, and they have a lot of investor, but we missed the chance. So we have to follow their steps. But right now, as Chinese, we have spent like a few decades to do what Western countries have done in hundreds of years. So we back to have a chance. So what we need to do, what we need to think about is how to avoid this inequality happens again. So as a Chinese, I know China need the people to make the lead of their country's development, and they already have a lot of infrastructure and everything is building. And I'm going to think about learn from the West how they do the thing, and back to China to contribute. I mean, like, it's not only about contribute to the economy, but also how to contribute your knowledge and everything. What you have learned from you are in Hong Kong, we're so fortunate. So that's my small dream, and that's also I think it's part of my life meaning. And I will follow this. And well, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
He's still dreaming. Thank you, Terry. You have handsome dreams, and we tonight have handsome guests, handsome guys, and handsome ladies. Beautiful lady, actually.